I know all of you are getting a little restless. Today is such a special day. I know how special it is for you. I've been on the campus these last couple of days and I have felt the excitement, your excitement building. I know how happy you are feeling today. I feel your happiness. As I look across this hall from the podium, truly you all are an awe-inspiring sight. And I'm honored to be sharing in this celebration with you. So let us begin. Members of the MBA, MBA EX, PGP EX, VLM, PGDBA, and the doctoral class of 2025. Chief guest Shri Vikram Sakhuja, members of the Board of Governors of IIM Calcutta, the Ministry of Education, Director in charge Professor Shaibal Chattopadhyay, deans, program chairs, faculty, staff, families, friends, loved ones, members of the press, and all those who are gathered on this occasion virtually. Namaskar. At every convocation, I request the graduating class to acknowledge those who have made the most important contributions in your lives. Without a doubt, it is mothers, fathers, siblings, spouses, and even classmates and friends. They contributed the most to make you what you are today. It is their sacrifices and their desire for you to have a better life. I know the pride and joy they feel. It makes what you have accomplished that much more worthwhile. It would be correct if I said they were your safety net. Sitting amongst us also are our faculty colleagues. You have received from them the most valuable gift possible in life, knowledge. In honoring you today, we must start by honoring them first. So please stand up. All classes, may I request you all to please stand up. And I would want you to turn to your right. Please turn your attention to your right and show everyone who is gathered here how much their love mattered to you and how much they made you Thank you very much. Please sit down. To be given an opportunity to address you is a privilege. Real treasures must be visited again and again and again. There is only gain in doing so. Therefore, necessarily parts of what I say will be repetitions from earlier years. Some parts will be what you want to hear, and some other parts will be what you need to hear. My dear graduating class, I've had the privilege of watching quite a few graduating classes walk across the stage. For me, each class is truly memorable, distinguished by some special aspect of their time here on campus. The 2 years you were on campus has seen our world traverse through extreme difficulties and uncertainties. Closer home and across the border in Bangladesh, where the anti-Hindu crimes have made the lives of millions a living hell, a humanitarian crisis. These are very powerful triggers, capable of dividing and ripping apart communities. I will remember you, the class of 2025, as the class that chose thank you. I apologize. I will remember you, the class of 2025, as the class that chose not to divide the campus, but rather to preserve the strength of our community. Such a choice is never easy. Please accept my deepest gratitude. Today is probably your single most important day on campus. All the hard work is being recognized and is now culminating in you joining the family of IIM Calcutta Alumni, an enviable distinction and a coveted privilege. All privileges come with responsibilities. Our alumni are our ambassadors, and I'm sure you will discharge your responsibility with dignity and grace. I speak on behalf of the entire IIM Calcutta community when I say to you, our graduating students, congratulations and well done. I will never undermine your individual accomplishments, but I wish for you to realize that carrying people with you is far more empowering, satisfying, and ennobling than individually racing ahead. And it is this trait that differentiates between a potential corporate leader and to being a superior human being, someone who is an invaluable asset to society. This trait of hard work with humility must be inculcated. For your information, the MBA class, you were 480 on 12th June 2023, and of those, 451 are graduating today. Here I wish you all to think of those in June 2023 who joined with you, but who are not celebrating today. Keep them in your hearts and remain friends. Life is a balance sheet that is only balanced at the end of life. So recognize early on what of your actions will become assets on that balance sheet. As I contemplated on what I should speak today, I strongly felt like sharing my thoughts on the importance of ability for high performance versus high performance with human values. Today we find ourselves at the crossroads of performance and trust, a place where high performance is often sought in all aspects of our personal and professional lives. But I want to challenge you today to think about what truly drives success, both individually and as a society. Is it just raw ability for high performance? Or is it the deeper, more intrinsic qualities of trust and human values that sustain it in the long run? Let me start with high performance. We live in an era that constantly demands more efficiency, more results, more output. The world places a premium on the ability to deliver, often measuring success by the quantity of results produced in a short period of time. It is about mastering our craft, learning new techniques, using data and insights to push the boundaries of what we can achieve. Whether it is business, sports, or any other field performance is the metric that gets rewarded. It's clear that those with high performance abilities, those who can deliver results consistently, are highly valued. But while performance is essential, we must ask ourselves, at what cost? Do we focus so much on performance that we overlook the importance of how we achieve that performance? Can we truly sustain high performance in the long term without considering human connections, trust, and ethical behavior? This brings me to the concept of high trust ability and human values. Trust is foundational to every relationship, whether professional, personal, or societal. The ability to build and maintain trust is perhaps the most important skill we can develop. Trust is not built overnight. It is earned through consistent actions, integrity, and honesty. When trust is established, it creates an environment where collaboration flourishes, innovation thrives, and individuals feel safe to take risks and fail without fear of retribution. In workplaces, for example, high trust cultures lead to better communications, stronger team dynamics, and ultimately higher long-term performance. But beyond the workplace, trust is an integral part of human relationships and societal cohesion. Trust in our leaders, trust in our institutions, and even trust in one another is what enables society to function smoothly. Without trust, even the most high-performing systems will eventually break down, as people will lack confidence in the processes, leaders, or organizations driving them. Now let's talk about human values. Integrity, empathy, respect, and fairness are the core principles that should guide our actions and decisions. While they may not always lead to immediate results or the highest levels of performance, but they will provide the foundation upon which sustainable success can be built. Human values ensure that we don't just achieve results, but that we achieve them ethically. They remind us that ends do not justify the means, and that process of getting to the top matters just as much as the outcome itself. We can't lose sight of the bigger picture, how our actions impact others, and what legacy are we leaving behind. So where does that leave us? High performance and high trust are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they should go hand in hand. Imagine a high-performing team that constantly meets its targets but does so through unethical practices or undermining trust. Eventually, their performance will be questioned and their success will be unsustainable. On the other hand, a group that prioritizes trust and human values over sheer performance may seem to fall short in terms of output in the short term. But in the long run, they build loyal and motivated workforces, a loyal customer base, and a community that values what they stand for. The results, though perhaps slower to materialize, will be lasting and more impactful. The true measure of success lies in balancing the ability to perform with the ability to build trust and uphold human values. One without another is incomplete. High performance needs the foundation of trust to be sustainable, and trust needs the results of performance to be meaningful. The challenge is virtues like integrity, human values, and empathy are not skills that can be taught like high performance abilities. Instead, they emerge through closer association with the truth. When I'm brutally honest with myself about how I am, then I'm associating with the truth. This needs patience. Let me explain this with an example. At work, suppose one of your team members is not as efficient as you want him or her to be. This may create a sense of frustration inside you. When you deal with this person, then it is that sense of frustration that will drive your interactions. Instead, if you could first be aware of the fact that I am frustrated and accept this truth about yourself, then maybe your interactions with this colleague will be closer to the truth. Your interactions would be more impactful on the other. The other person will feel a sense of genuineness in such an interaction and would eventually be inspired to contribute more for the team. All that we need to do is practice being more patient instead of reacting to people and situations immediately. Take a pause and ask yourself how you are feeling about a situation and wait before you act. This way we can cultivate patience. Sabar ka phal meetha hota hai. Truth has this strange quality of winning eventually. Satyameva jayate. However, if your priority is only achieving results, then you have put high performance over all ethics, and as I said before, this may not be sustainable. That is why the Bhagavad Gita asks us to do our work without any attachments to the final results of our work. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhu te sangostva akarmani. In conclusion, while the pursuit of high performance is important in today's world, it is equally critical that we never lose sight of the values that are the pillars to what it means to be a human: trust, integrity, empathy, and compassion. These are the qualities that will ensure not just short-term success, but long-term fulfillment and meaningful achievements. We must strive to cultivate both abilities: the ability to perform at our highest potential and the ability to foster trust and embrace human values in everything you do. It is this combination that will ultimately guide us to the most profound successes in our lives and in our societies. Society's problems are solved by the willpower of successive generations. Be part of the teams that solve social problems with conviction and courage. Remember, all social problems are management problems, but not all management problems are social problems. If my words today can infect you with such thoughts, and if such thoughts were to be your touchstones when you contemplate business decisions, I will consider my job done. As future captains of this great nation, I hope you would remember that the journey is as important as the destination. I want to also touch on a very important aspect of being a member of the IIM Calcutta family. As alumni, your support is critical in our continuing quest for excellence. We need to significantly enhance our investments in several strategic areas such as centers of excellence, research, physical and tech infrastructure, endowed chairs for faculty, scholarships and internationalization, etc. As you pursue the path of professional and personal success, may I urge you to keep your alma mater, IIM Calcutta, squarely at the center of your heart. Share with us your time and support us financially. I guarantee you that your support will be utilized in manners that will be transparent and will make you proud. I am extending this request also on behalf of our Director Shaibalda, Dean Development and External Relations Professor Sumanta Basu, my fellow board colleague Sanjeev Iyer, who is also the chairperson of the IIM Calcutta Endowment Management Foundation, and my entire board of governors and the IIM Calcutta fraternity, faculty, staff and community. In anticipation of your positive response, let me thank you all in advance. In closing, I have great hope for each and every one of you. As you step out into the world, please accept my prayers for your continued well-being, good health, happiness and peace of mind. May the Divine always bless you, guide you and protect you. Thank you very much and Jai Hind.